Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing for you guys my second Valentine's Day look for 2018. This is going to be a more smoky, bolder eye look compared to my all matte tutorial, which if you haven't seen that one, y'all know the drill. It's right up here in the corner. Click on it, go ahead and watch it, especially if you're someone who's not really into shimmers, because I'm planning on adding some shimmer to this look. I haven't fully planned how this is going to end up looking. It's kind of the state of mind I'm in at the moment. Question is, which palette do I want to use? I feel like it's been a very long time since I've used my Modern Renaissance palette. I mean, it is very, very well loved. This was one of my favorite palettes, but I feel like one of my Valentine's Day tutorials last year used this palette. So, you know what? I'm gonna use the colored Raine answer to it, which is the Queen of Hearts palette. I do have a whole first impression on this. That'll be linked up there. So yeah, I think we're gonna play with this guy. Make it a little bit dark, a little smoky. I'm not quite sure. We shall see how this turns out, shall we? Okay, so I already did my eyebrows, obviously off camera. I just wanted to save time and cut the video down. I did it the way that I've been doing them lately. It's just a pencil, my Browvo primer, and then I actually set it using the Benefit Gimme Brow, which is part of my Project Pan series that I'm trying to do. So yeah, let's go ahead and prime my eyes. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape. I can't believe that February is basically halfway over. I guess that just blows my mind because I feel like New Year's was last week. I don't really have any Valentine's Day plans. I'm just gonna be spending the day at home chilling, making some food. You know, I'm not going anywhere. I don't have a date. I don't have a boyfriend, so I'm not going anywhere. It's no big deal. Atticus is gonna be my Valentine's Day date. I tend to prefer concealers for my eye primer. I do use eye primers. I have quite a few tutorials on my channel where I use an eye primer of sorts. My skin is so dry, guys. Oh my god. Let's go ahead and move you guys in, actually, so that y'all can see what I'm doing. I've got some very thick brows going today, unintentionally. So I'm gonna start in this palette with the shade, I think I'm gonna make this purpley-ish. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Princess up here. It's just a light mauve-y kind of color. And I'm going to use a Morphe M441 brush to pick this up. And I'm just going to start by gently buffing it into the crease. And I'm taking it just a little bit higher than I normally would, so that when my eyes are open you can see the color above my crease. So who's been watching the Olympics? That's like, you know, saying that anyone who watches this channel can relate to. What's your favorite event for the Olympics? I can tell you mine. It's the biathlon. I am going to end up going into the Modern Renaissance palette into Blonde Fresco, just because that's going to at least amp up this color a little bit from Nude. So I guess I did end up using both. And I'm just very lightly adding this. Let's take this BH Cosmetics brush, and I'm going to go back into the Color Raine palette, into the shade Ladyship, which is this purple. Oh my god, I feel like that doesn't, there we go. Ladyship, which is kind of a purpley shade. If you didn't see my Mardi Gras tutorial, which was up on Mardi Gras, which when this video goes up, should already be up. You guys should definitely check it out. It's just such a fun, I love Mardi Gras. I think it's such a fun holiday. I know, it's kind of looking like my all matte tutorial, but I promise you, it's not gonna be. I'm just gonna blend. I am taking this precision shadow brush from Sephora. This came in an eye set. It didn't come as an individual brush, but I'm going to take the shade Duchess, which is the brown shade. I'm going to start by laying down. And I'm just putting this into my lid. So it's covering literally my entire lid space. And then I'm going to go back in with a little bit of Ladyship on that same blender brush I put it on originally, and just soften up. I don't really have any, you know, I don't have any Valentine's Day stories. Never really had a Valentine's Day date in the traditional sense. So I'm just taking Princess again and just rebuffing out the edges since I had to put some more purple in. Smoky eye looks take so much blending, you guys. It's ridiculous. And even then, I feel like I'm never happy with how they look. So just keep that in mind when you watch all these tutorials. The question is, do I want to be brown or purple? I'm gonna go with the shade Dethrone, which is the dark brown. I'm gonna go with that guy. And this is another Sephora small shadow brush. And I'm gonna put this literally right over where I just put the brown shadow. I feel like I look like I got punched in the eye right now. I feel like smoky eyes are really hard to do because you have to wait until the end to see if it all pulls together the way you imagined it. And you guessed it, going back into some ladyship to blend him out. Now that I've got that all sorted out, so now that I'm all dark and creepy, I'm gonna go in with this Stila. This is one of the glitter and glows, and this is in the shade Next to Notte. I've never used one of these Stila shadows before, so let's see. I'm just kind of looking for like a halo. So I might end up covering all the brown, I'm not sure. I know you gotta work fast with these. I really like this actually. It's kind of growing on me. Takes you a minute when you do these, you know? Takes you a minute to be like, oh yeah, right, that's what I was trying to do. I don't know. If I don't end up liking this, I'll just go back in and cover up the rest of the lid with it. Oh, these really do dry down fast. So it's kind of like a halo, but not quite. Curl my lashes. You know, my old eyelash curler, I could feel it crimping my eyelash. I feel like this one doesn't crimp my lashes quite as nicely, to be honest. What I really need to buy is that Sephora eyelash curler that's almond shaped or whatever, the ones that come shaped for different eye shapes. I need one of those. Okay, now I'm taking the mascara. I am planning on doing some false lashes, but I'm going to toss those on at the end. I have some mascara on, which to be honest, I'm not entirely mad at how it looks with just mascara. So I might not even do the false lashes at the end. We'll see how I'm feeling when we get there. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This is a great one. I have to be careful not to use my pinky finger. I'm an idiot. I think I have fallout. I didn't think to... Okay, so now that we've primed, we're going to move on to foundation. Today I'm using the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. And I'm going to go with my Pro Buddha Blender. I think I mentioned it in my Ulta haul that I've been having a hard time getting a hand on my shade in the NARS Longwear Foundation, the new one. But personally, I think this one's got great coverage. And I feel like it came out, everyone was obsessed with it. I feel like the sheer glow is definitely a little bit more loved, if that's the right word for this. It's a little more popular, I feel like, because it was the original of the NARS foundations. But I do really like this one. I feel like there's definitely a lot of good qualities to it. My only complaint, and this is just a complaint I have with NARS foundations in general, they're very yellow. Like, look at this side of my face next to this side. I'm not going to blend it all the way down my neck. I'm feeling a little lazy today, but, you know. Next, I'm going to go in with my Becca Aqua Luminous Concealer. This is just a favorite of mine. I think Luminous concealers are the only ones that I feel okay drawing, like the what I call the YouTuber triangle. Just because I can never do it with a full coverage concealer because I feel like it looks really obvious. But usually with these guys, it's a little bit harder is not the right word. It's a little less obvious, I guess might be the right phrasing. It is more subtle than doing a full coverage. The only negative side is that the Aqua Luminous Concealer isn't bright enough on me. The Porcelain shade is an exact match to my skin tone. So since I want to still bring some dimension to my face, I'm adding just a little bit of the Tarte Shape Tape for brightening. And I'm only going to put that tiny little bit. I use Tarte Shape Tape as a concealer very sparingly. Like, see the brightening difference? That's the main reason I'm going in with this. And now, while I'm holding this weird position, I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eye. I didn't think I mentioned to you guys what setting powder I'm using. I'm using the LA Girl Pro powder today. I'm gonna go with my ColourPop highlighter in Fanny Pack. You guys should not be surprised at this. I'm going to take my big beauty blender. I'm just gonna smash it on in here until I've picked up enough highlight that I'm happy with. And I'm just gonna go ahead and very lightly start. See how it looks so beautiful. I feel like every YouTuber has a phase of things that they just can't get over using, and mine is just this. I do a little bit on the tip of my nose. And then I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with the setting powder. Okay, so now that I've set my whole face with the HD powder, as you can see, highlight still coming through strong. That's the important thing. Now I'm going to take my Tarteist Pro Glow palette and I'm going to go into the Sculpt shade. I'm using this because I want something that's a little bit of a, I'm just taking this because it's a very subtle contour. Just want to make sure I get all the excess product that I can off that brush before I go in and just lightly contour. Again, since I'm doing such an intense eye look, I don't want my contour to be too obvious. I'm kind of keeping it up in here. And I'm almost kind of blending it into my hairline here as well, so that it kind of just gives that sculpt. And I'm not bringing it as far down as I normally do. I usually will bring it down to kind of here, but I stopped it, you know, about a ½ an inch away. Now for blush, I just want it to be nice and subtle. Not going for anything crazy. This is the Clinique Cheek Pop in Nude Pop. My OG blush. Trying to plan out how I'm gonna film my next few videos, you know? Just because I'm trying to pre-film as best as I can because it kind of makes it easier on me. It's busy season at work. We're starting to pick up a lot, so it's getting harder and harder to pre-film. Or not to pre-film, it's getting kind of hard to be able to space out my uploads, like my videos. So that's part of the reason why some of my uploads have been late. I know last week they went up on Thursday and Saturday instead of Wednesday and Friday. I'm sorry. I try my best, guys, but I do work a 9-to-5 job 5 days a week. And right now we're getting paid for overtime, so and it's unlimited overtime, so I'm trying to like log as many overtime hours as I can for extra cash because y'all know we've got the Rouge sale coming. Just wanted that light flush on my cheeks. It's nothing too intense. Again, all the focus is gonna be on the eyes and on the lips because wait till y'all see what I got in store for the lips. Now, I'm trying to figure out which, I think I want to go with one of these two. Out of the Tarte palette, these are the shades Strobe and Stunner. I'm thinking Stunner. I think I'm going to go with that one. If I change my mind, I can always go with a little bit more. I'm going to use this Morphe R31. Ooh, that is gorgeous. I always forget. You know, this used to be a favorite of mine for a while, this whole palette in general. And you know, it's just one of those, I've forgotten how much I loved this stuff. I really love that highlight right there. I feel like it really just pinches my nose in just a little bit without having to contour. And now I'm just gonna top it off with a little bit of crushed pearl just on the high point of the highlight. So just right here, just there. That's all I want. It's a tiny bit of crushed pearl. Take this Morphe M433 with crushed pearl on it, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in my inner corner. Now I know it seems a little weird to take a smoky eye like this and do this, but I love it. I'm also going to take just a little bit, just the tiniest bit right under my brow bone there, just to pick up the arch in my brow. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with my setting spray and then I'll be right back. Now I'm just really quickly gonna toss on a red lip. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about the red lip. I really hope it looks okay. Praying to God here. I'm gonna start with this Wet n Wild, I think this is Wet n Wild. Yep, Wet n Wild gel lip liner in Red the Scene. And I'm gonna fill in my entire lip. I don't know, I kind of like the red lip. So that was that lip liner, and now I'm just gonna top it off using this NARS Velvet Lip Glide. This is in the shade number 54. This is just like a really bright cherry red. As much as I love these NARS Velvet Lip Glides, they're not quite opaque. So I always feel like they look best layered on top of like a liquid lipstick or a very matte lipstick or a lip liner of some kind, because I just think it makes it a little bit more wearable, a little bit better. I don't know. So yeah, this is the final look. I'm actually kind of digging it. I feel like my eyes might be a little bit too cool tone for this bright red. I mean, I guess I could switch for a nude lip, but I didn't want to do another nude lip. Just didn't. I feel like it's been a while since I've rocked a red lip, so I think it makes sense to be wearing one. It's Valentine's Day, right? This is not kiss proof. Forewarning you. What can I say, guys? I'm just going through a weird phase of my makeup. I don't know how else to describe this, but yeah, I like it. Again, you could do some different variations. You don't have to make it nearly as dark and smoky on your eyes. You could obviously switch for a nude lip if you prefer, add some false lashes, wing liner. You can always make your contour more intense. It's up to you. Makeup is whatever you want it to be, so there are no rules. Just remember that. There are suggestions, but no rules. So yeah, that is it for this smoky and bold Valentine's Day look. A nice balance to my matte and soft tutorial from last week. And I think that is everything, right? Am I good? Do you like it? Do you like my makeup? Yeah, do you want to say hi? This is my Valentine's Day date. Valentine's Day date. He's so cute. So yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in Friday's video. Bye!